USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show, starring Ian Pelham Turner and Helena CHARD. Brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence, Investors in People. This program is brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence and founder, Mr. Philip Sykes, building confidence, changing lives. Do you share our view that etiquette is a set of modern life skills that are essential for personal and professional success? Join us as an etiquette coach and change people's lives through the power of etiquette and manners.
The last few days have been really amazing. I had the trainer course from the British School of Etiquette.
And I must say it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made and one of the best investments I've made in my own training and development.
Now, words alone will not describe the transformation and the positive path that I have traveled with the British School of Etiquette.
I learned a lot from the lessons this time I came.
The last few days with the British School of Etiquette have been fantastic.
And what I've learned now is really beyond my expectations.
This is the most rewarding experience and the best investment I have made this year.
It was just great. I learned so much, and when I go back to Belgium I will incorporate a lot of it into my day-to-day life and business.
It's been absolutely wonderful for the whole week that we were here.
I feel transformed, and I feel like blowing a trumpet and tell people, come and do this school, this class is the best, this is the best school ever.
You should take it. It will change your life immediately.
I am now able to teach other people how to bring the best of them.
Thank you.
Thank you, BSc.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you to our clients for their testimonials on the Train the Trainer program. Our exponential and global growth is so significant that we've evolved from the British School of Etiquette to the British School of Excellence, where we're investors in people. Let us invest in you and your career. Contact us to become an etiquette coach. Go to thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. Start your career and elevate your success today.
Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show with me, Ian Pelham Turner, and very shortly, Helena CHARD. Let's roll the titles and let's get on with the show. Well, my colleague Helena CHARD, she's in a different studio today, so I'm on my own again. Feeling lonely, but there you go. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. All the better for seeing you. Yes, excellent. I'm in my rather plush studio.
Yeah, what a day it's been. Anyway, there's some terrific royal news. Let's start with it. What have you been hearing, Helena?
Oh, there's so many things, but I just thought I would start with this, which is the West End dimmed its lights last night to remember acting royalty, and that is the beloved actress Dame Maggie Smith. Now, I'm quite surprised, and I think probably lots of people are upset. I mean, she is 89, or wasn't 89, should I say. I know a big crowd of people gathered outside the Old Vic, which is where Laurence Olivier's National Theatre Company is, and she was part of that. I mean, she was so well known, wasn't she? I mean, goodness me, she's been part of our life forever, even whether it be Harry Potter, Downton Abbey, just a true legend of stage and screen. And so been lots of people that have been giving their thoughts. I know that the King was talking about her being a national treasure, and everyone was just talking about how amazing she is to work with. It's hard to talk about her in the past, to work with, her fierce intellect, glorious sharp tongue. And I think Miriam Margolyes summed it up. She is funny, isn't she? And she talked about, just what kind of a person she was. She was absolutely brilliant, but she was absolutely terrifying as well, which I thought was quite fun. But she's sadly missed, but we will think about her.
Absolutely. And I will always remember her as the Dowager in Downton Abbey, and what a superb part that she played in that. And she was enthralling, and she really kept all the threads of the different storylines together with her wit and her wisdom. And apparently she used to throw in the odd occasional line as well that wasn't scripted, so they used to keep all the actors on their toes. So there you go. That's Dame Maggie Smith for you.
Yeah, super. And Princess Beatrice, congratulations to Princess Beatrice. She is pregnant with her second child with Edoardo Mapelli-Mozzi. And the couple obviously have 3-year-old daughter Sienna, and I think Wolfie, who's 8, Eduardo's son, and her stepson. But it's so lovely. I think it's come at a really lovely time, because obviously for the girls in general, and I just think the whole Prince Andrew saga, it's given that little bit of joy and love, and they can all come round and connect, which I think is wonderful. So funny as well to see Sienna. She's so blonde, very bright blonde. I wonder if Beatrice was when she was little. Can't quite remember. But also Princess Beatrice travelled to New York recently to meet her mother, Fergie, at an event at Climate Week. She didn't see Prince Harry, but obviously we know that he was there as well. But it's, I feel for them. It's a lovely piece of joy. Children always bring joy, don't they?
I think so, and I think the reality at the moment with what's going on, with all the different households and the, the allegations flying right, left and centre about Prince Andrew as well, anything that provides something positive to talk about with that part of the royal family is so necessary right now.
Absolutely. And I mentioned that obviously they didn't meet with Prince Harry, who was also in New York. I have to say, I always think Prince Harry is slightly naughty, but credit where credit's due. He's very good at certain things. And I think what we've seen of Prince Harry recently, it has been great. He's done a lot of quite high profile work. And I know that one of the things that he said, this was at the Diana Awards, he said Prince Harry said that, we need to listen to young people. Now, this obviously was the late Diana's sentiments as to his late mother, and he's got quite a few of her qualities. So it's been fun to see him travelling on his own as well, without Meghan, and holding his own and doing well at these events. And I know he also popped over to the WellChild events that we saw. He is currently in South Africa supporting his charity 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐊. And it's been interesting to see. I think from a PR point of view, it's certainly worked for him, because I think seeing him on his own, people remember the Harry that I remember all those years ago. He's good with children, and it's lovely to see it not being just about him. He's going there for the children and showing love and warmth, and is really truly inspired by some of these lovely children. So yeah, I just think, pat on the back there.
I think, the reality as well with Harry, he empathises so well, doesn't he? When I was watching the WellChild in London, and he was really just getting down to their level. He was so excited about meeting each one of them, the values that he has. And it's a shame that Meghan wasn't with him, because I think Meghan is equally as good with children as well, and with a lot of communities at the same time. So we will see what we will see with whatever happens next with the Meghan and Harry, the William and Kate story.
Oh, let's just see. I think it was great that he was on his own. I think it did him a lot of good. I think seeing them together, it wouldn't have worked. I don't think people would have had as much empathy for him. That's my feeling. Sadly, he didn't meet his family. But one of those things. I know King Charles was in Scotland, and I think geographically it wasn't possible. And he obviously rushed off to South Africa. It was a very flying visit. So great. So Princess of Wales, we know, is doing well. We've seen her in Cratty Kirk Church, Aberdeen, but I think lovely as well to see her, hear about it actually. I don't think there were any photographs released, but she did a surprise trip to the English National Ballet to see Giselle, and that was at Sadler's Wells. No photographs, but she left a lovely remark on social media, sort of congratulating the English National Ballet and saying how powerfully moving and inspiring a performance it was. So congratulations to Akram Khan, I think it is, Giselle. So creativity at its best. And also, obviously, the late Princess Diana loved and adored the ballet, as does the Princess of Wales. And I know you, Ian, have taken some lovely shots of the late Princess Diana at the ballet, which we'll have to show in due course.
Yeah. I think, strangely enough, I think it was the last photographs I took of her just really a very short time before she died. And again, strangely enough, it was at English National Ballet, and I had to do photographs behind the scenes when I was a commissioned royal photographer at that time. So it is what it is, yes, and I'm glad that she's getting better. I'm glad that she is promoting English National Ballet. It's a tremendous ballet company as well, and any sort of recognition always helps to actually create further funding.
Absolutely, absolutely. Prince William as well. We've seen Prince William. He was reunited with an old friend a couple of days ago, none other than the sporting legend David Beckham. And they met at RAF Northolt in West London, and they smashed, basically raising money. It's a charity target of 15 million, which was going towards replacing London's ageing ambulance helicopters. Now, as we know, London's air ambulance charity, William's really passionate about, as is David Beckham. And I think 16 million in the end was raised, which is fabulous. So this is now, and that money, it was Up Against Time, I think it was called. The charity was called Up Against Time. And now, obviously, 2 of these amazing helicopters are going to be purchased. So there's wonderful footage, and yeah, they get on really well. So that's always lovely to see.
Absolutely, and I think William was quite disappointed he couldn't fly one of the helicopters as well. That I think he was going to take David Beckham for a ride, and it just goes to show at the same time, because this week we've been getting calls from other royal ambassadors, but also TV channels saying, why on earth didn't Harry meet David Beckham as well? Because they were great friends at the same time. So I think, it is what it is right now. That
maybe
the
not so
whirlpool
great
of
friends
this royal
anymore.
situation just seems to be going on. But at least, 16 million was raised, and 2 new helicopters are on its way that are going to really help London, especially with the accidents that are happening right now.
Absolutely. And also just to say, Amaze house draw. I don't know if people have been hearing about it, but I mean, this is such an amazing thing. I think everyone should take part in it, but you pay quite little, and if you do win, you win the most amazing house. But that actually raised 4 million, which I think is pretty good as well, all for the same thing. So Yeah, so brilliant. Something as well, it tickled me in a way because I thought, goodness me, Boris Johnson, can we trust you? So Boris Johnson claims he was asked to persuade Prince Harry to stay in the UK. Now, this was in his new book, Unleashed. I think that's coming out I think on the 10th of October, so fairly soon. And so he's claimed this. He's claimed he had to sort of give him a manly pep talk, I think it was, to convince him it would be a mistake to leave Great Britain. I sort of feel the blind leading the blind, you know.
I'm convinced that Boris Johnson will be the leader of the Conservative Party again, lead them into the next general election. You know, as you know, I do politics as well. And Johnson is lurking behind the scenes, I think, at the moment. And when I look at the four main contenders that are doing their party pieces at the Conservative conference in Birmingham today, you know, I look at it all and I can see that I don't think a lot of the electorate want to have doom and gloom anymore from any of the political parties. And I think a jovial Boris Johnson, believe it or not, may be making a comeback. But there you go.
All I can say is Partygate. Do not forget what happened to those WhatsApp messages, and also hearing about him lying constantly. So I don't know. Anyway, Palace sources actually deny these allegations, and I can quite believe it, because obviously adding that little snippet into his Unleashed book will do him the end of good, I'd imagine. So so that's great, and obviously he thought they were a great asset. I'm going to finish off on something which it's a new documentary that's coming out. Oh my word, I hear everyone sighing. And this is a pro-Harry, anti-Camilla documentary that's been made some time ago. And, you know, is this going to cause chaos for our royal family? We'll have to wait and see. So this is something that's going to be on air with Channel 4. Could send shockwaves across the royal family. And I think it's talking about, it's taken from Prince Harry's memoir Spare, and it talks about Queen Camilla being the wicked stepmother. And I don't know. I think my feeling is, you know, it may be hugely controversial, but I think water for ducks back. I'm sure people in the palace aren't going to like it too much.
Oh, well.
You know, everyone keeps bringing out different things. So, let's wait and see. One of those things.
Absolutely. Well, you know, now we're just going to take a short break. And then we're going to show some of our regular new features of some of the things that the royals have been doing whilst in the past week or so. Stay tuned.
Prince Harry has had another busy day after attending the annual WellChild Awards in London. He's continued his good work with kids, putting smiles on many faces at the event where children around the UK are honoured for their strength and inspiration. He spent plenty of time with the winners and was asking about how the charity of which he's patron had helped them. There was one young lady, though, who didn't seem too excited to chat to him, and Harry was keen to find out why.
You surprised I'm not wearing most years.
She said you don't look much like a witch, did
The first thing everybody says is, where's your crown? So disappointed.
Luckily, this little boy entertained the prince with a song. Which Harry clearly enjoyed.
Hi, nice to meet you. Say hi. Doing cuddles. Doing cuddles.
You did amazing.
Superstar, aren't you, Els? Cuddles. And then I'll go
We cuddle everybody.
Not everybody.
I'm not knowing what his face is like on the other side.
Very privileged. Don't stand up on the big effort to stand up as they were. Well done. Great, and then you've got 12 points, haven't you? Good, are you?
She's on a what? It's a good luck you've got a sister.
See, I always
everything's interesting.
Thank you.
I'll see you in there. That's amazing. It's not.
And she went into a pottery studio and she said, I was really like to make
What is it now?
Well, they were some tremendous videos that you see again, and it's always interesting just to sort of show what the royal family are doing at the moment. So welcome back to Helena again, and our great friend Philip Sykes from the British School of Excellence. Good afternoon, Philip.
Lovely to see you both as always, radiating.
I don't know about that. It's rather cold in London right now. But anyway, at least the studio lights are keeping me warm. So, Philip, if I could just start off the conversation, please. Basically, what are the opportunities and the values of a business like yours in America now? What are you hoping to achieve?
That's a great question. Yeah, firstly, the United Kingdom and the USA have always had an incredible connection relationship. It's actually known as a special relationship, and it's characterized by a very strong, deep economic ties and again, cultural connection. There's defense and obviously mutual investments on both ways. And as an organization, the British School of Excellence, not that we feel that we are superior in any way, actually, on the contrary, we really want to offer what we have been offering to many people around the world, but at a sort of a slightly more targeted audience in the USA. And we've seen great growth here in the USA in relation to the British School of Excellence. And it's very encouraging for us to see that there are people in this world that really want to understand the importance and the power of etiquette, manners, emotional intelligence, and how they can develop themselves, but their relationships and their businesses.
Excellent.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Philip, as well, what do you feel are the most effective verbal and non-verbal skills for promoting yourself and services. So hence making sales, so you're standing out and appealing to people. Are you able to give us any little tidbits?
Yes, certainly, Helena. Yeah, again, as you can appreciate, people see you before they hear you. And am I connecting?
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, all good.
Sorry. No, sorry. People see you before they hear you. But I truly believe that how you show up and present yourself is going to be a very strong part of your brand and your relationship building capabilities. That's number one. Number two, the power and importance of our body language. 55% of our communication is via our body language. And actually, it's a little bit more than that. 38% is our tonality. So when you combine your body language, your tonality, and then the 7% that the voice has in this journey, in this part of communication, you can actually understand the fundamentals of how we engage with one another. And, at the end of the day, it's how do we make people feel? And that is through our actions, our body language, as well as the choice of words we utilize in our communication. So, for example, at the British School of Excellence, we incorporate the polished language skills or language of a professional. And this just elevates you to a completely different level and gives you the opportunity to connect on a more dynamic level with people.
Philip, do you see any differences between the ethics and excellence of Britain and the ethics and excellence of America?
It's a great question again. Having spent quite a bit more time here, I've noticed that, especially in the area we're in North Florida, people are incredibly friendly and very open. There is a lot more tendency to be a little looser with the language, as in "hi guys" or "good job," or as we all know, there's there's a little bit more. I would say the language is a bit more relaxed, should I say, rather than say it's wrong or it's incorrect. Not at all. It's just a little bit more relaxed, and it comes across as being warm. But I think when it comes to doing business and that sort of thing, we sort of, as the world is so small, is understand how to connect on a more professional level, verbally. And as we all understand, how do you spell color in America? How do you spell color in the United Kingdom? There are those sort of differences as well. One thing I've also noticed is that there's a great acceptance for pets, animals in and around coffee shops, and you see a lot more animals with their owners walking around the different shopping malls and that sort of thing, which is quite interesting. So that's just a little bit of a fluffy story, should I say.
I love that. Is that because they love their fluffy pets, so much that they can't, leave them alone, kind of thing? They don't want to leave them alone at home, or is this sort of from a well-being point of view, do you think?
A bit of both, Helena. I think, with all due respect for people who appreciate and love their animals, I think having a pet, having an animal is something that definitely helps mentally and emotionally. But there are a lot of people here who do have dogs as aids for various different reasons. But I also feel that people feel that they can be a lot freer with their animals in the sense, maybe it's just the space and the climate that lends itself to this sort of thing. It's not as we're not comparing New York, obviously, but it's not as a busy a sort of pace, let's say, in northern Florida as to London or places that are very sort of business focused and very sort of eccentric around the sort of commercial aspects.
Excellent, Philip. It's wonderful to talk to you again. So finally, Philip, can we just ask, how can people get in contact with you?
Please make contact. We love engaging. hello@thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. Please visit our website, which is the 3 W's.thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. We have a fantastic YouTube channel as well as social media channels. We love sharing and adding value to people's lives. It's not all about marketing and advertising. It really genuinely offers you some great insights, and being on this incredible show, as well as every Friday afternoon with Dr. Jacalyn on the power of etiquette and manners on USA Global TV and radio. So there are many aspects that we love to share and deliver and give to people.
Terrific. Philip, thank you so much again for your time today. Have a great time over there, and we'll be talking to you again next week. Take care. Bye.
Take care.
Bye now. Well, that was very good. I mean, another interesting show again. Lots of royal stuff and lots of interest from Philip as well.
Really brilliant. I love that. Love the fact that as well to have the animals, etc.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to bring them into work.
It's quite interesting. Anyway, unfortunately, we're running out of time as always. So just to say our final goodbye. So for me, Ian Pelham-Turner.
And from me, HELENA CHARD. See you
Again,
next
can I
week.
thank Hanedon Castrati from ALB UK Television for his great help, and also Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck from USA Global TV and Radio as well. We'll be back soon again. Stay tuned and hopefully enjoy the show. Take care. Bye for now.
Okay.